All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a source that looks for a master plan in the universe, one that stretches from the perfect alignment of the planets right down to the microscopic armies that are defending our bodies as we speak. The argument? It's all part of a divine blueprint. So, let's dig in and see what that's all about.
So our journey starts with a really fundamental question. I mean, think about it. We totally take our world for granted, right? But the moment you look out into our own solar system, you realize our home is anything but ordinary. It's a total anomaly. So why? Why is our planet so welcoming, while all our cosmic neighbors are so incredibly hostile?
Let's just start with our closest neighbor, the Moon. Here on Earth, we've got this gentle 12-hour rhythm of day and night. On the Moon, a single day lasts for 2 weeks, followed by 2 weeks of solid night. And the temperatures? While we enjoy a pretty moderate climate, the Moon swings from boiling hot to a mind-numbing 60 degrees below zero. And our beautiful blue sky? Forget it. On the Moon, it's always unnervingly black.
And you know what? The rest of the neighborhood isn't any friendlier. Venus is basically a dark, crushing pressure cooker. Mars is a frigid, red wasteland where it can plummet to minus 100 degrees Celsius at night. And the outer planets, they're just locked in this permanent, dark, freezing existence. Earth isn't the rule here. It is the wild exception.
So how did we get so lucky? Well, according to the source we're exploring, it wasn't an accident. Earth's perfect conditions are laid out as the result of this incredibly fine-tuned calculation, being at the exact right distance from the Sun, spinning at a very specific speed, and having just the right amount of gravity to hold on to our water and our atmosphere. The argument is, this isn't luck, this was preparation.
But here's the twist. As incredible as all that cosmic fine-tuning is, the source material argues that the most compelling evidence of a grand design isn't actually out there in the cosmos. Nope, it's right here, inside every single one of us.
Okay, so now we're going to zoom in. We're going from the macro to the micro, from the cosmos to the complex universe inside us, to explore the argument for intelligent design right within the human body.
And it all starts with something called the human leukocyte antigen, or HLA for short. The easiest way to think of it is as a unique protein signature, a biological fingerprint that's stamped on the surface of almost every single cell in your body. It's the little marker that basically shouts, hey, this cell belongs here. So just how unique is this fingerprint? Get this. Scientists estimate there are around 30 million possible HLA variations. That's just staggering. It means your cellular identity, the very code that marks your body as your own, is profoundly, almost unbelievably unique from the moment you're born.
So why does this cellular fingerprint matter so much? Well, according to Dr. Mostafa Mahmoud, whose work we're drawing from, it's the foundation of an incredibly sophisticated security state. He describes the body as a republic, and it's got the whole shebang. Guards, armies, intelligence agencies, and engineers, all working 24/7 to protect the nation within.
And make no mistake, this republic is constantly at war. First, your intelligence cells detect an intruder by recognizing its foreign HLA fingerprint. Immediately, an alarm is sounded, mobilizing the entire system. Infantry cells rush in to engage the enemy head-on, while engineer cells start building highly specific weapons, antibodies, designed to take out that exact threat. And finally, the invader is neutralized and the Republic is kept safe. It's an incredible, autonomous defense system running inside billions of people right now.
So, we've just seen the incredible intricacy of this natural blueprint. But, for the first time in history, humanity has developed a dangerous new power. The ability not just to read the blueprint, but to rewrite it. And this raises a really serious question about the growing gap between our knowledge and our wisdom.
Now, the source draws a really crucial distinction here. For centuries, we've used biotechnology, which is all about working with nature. We take microbes as they are to make things like cheese or penicillin. But genetic engineering? That's a whole different ballgame. That's about overwriting nature, literally performing surgery on a cell's DNA to fundamentally change what it does.
And this is where the source says the peril lies. It points out that early genetic experiments created what it calls monstrosities. It raises the alarm about human cloning, which could, in theory, create entire populations of identical people. The core warning is about the danger of a science that has become untethered from any moral or spiritual compass, opening the door to mistakes that we can never ever take back.
And this quote from the source material, man, it just captures that central fear perfectly. That science, without some kind of guiding ethical framework, isn't progress. It's a ticking time bomb, a blind, irrational power that can cause immense destruction.
But the story doesn't just end in fear. The final part of this explainer explores a completely different path, one where science doesn't have to replace faith, but can actually reinforce it, leading us right back to a sense of awe at how complex creation really is.
This really brings us to a question of perspective. We celebrate these incredible human achievements, like controlling a rover on Mars from 400 million miles away, and we should. That's amazing. But the source argues that even this is just a faint echo of the technology that's already operating in nature, like the fully autonomous, self-repairing, self-replicating immune system that exists inside every single human being.
So when you put all of these pieces together, from the cosmic fine-tuning that makes Earth possible, to the nation-state that is our immune system, to that unique fingerprint on every cell, the source presents its core conclusion that this isn't the product of random chance. It's the work of a grand, intelligent design.
Which leaves us with this final and maybe most critical question. Our scientific knowledge has given us immense, almost godlike power. But as we stand on the verge of rewriting the very code of life, we have to ask ourselves, what is going to give us the wisdom to use that power correctly?